I'm Stymie. Welcome in to Stymie's Kitchen. And in this segment of Keeping It Simple, we want to show you how we do nature's perfect food in our Hook and Cook Barrel Barbecue. That's right, we're going to do pork ribs. What we want to do is show you step by step how we do our ribs, how we get them ready, how we hook them and rub them, how we hang them in the barrel, and how long, most importantly, we cook them for. And then we want to show you how they look when they come out. So let's get started. Alright, so let's do our first step, getting our ribs ready to get hung into the barrel. Now, typically, when we buy full racks of ribs, they're very long, and hanging a long rack of ribs into the barrel might put them too close to the heat, and we don't want to scorch them. We want them to come out really nice. So what we'll do is we'll cut those racks in half. Anywhere between 5 to 10 inches is a good length to be hung in the barrel. The next thing we want to make sure is that we get this thin membrane off the inside of the ribs. If you've ever made ribs before and you've ever had a chewy part on it, it's because they didn't get the membrane off. Simply all you need to do is get a napkin or a paper towel and then pull on that membrane and you'll find it. It's right there. This one came off pretty easily. Then we'll just kind of take that membrane, we'll pull it and wrap it up like that. That's kind of what it looks like. We'll toss that to the side. Now these are ready to go. We'll do the rest of these and then we'll get our rub on and put our hooks in. Okay, so in this step, we're going to put our rub on and we're going to get our hooks in. We do this together so we can save time. Now, there's a lot of great rubs on the market, or you might have a favorite rub that you like to put together. I'm sure they're all great. If you don't, here's a real simple one that I use. I take 1 cup brown sugar, I use 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon paprika, and I mix that all together. If you need to double it to add more, go ahead. So simply all we do is I only put my rub on one side, the meaty side. Putting a rub on is real simple. We'll just go ahead and sprinkle some of that on there and get our rub rubbed into the back of those ribs. Next, we'll take our hook. Now, whenever we hook our ribs, we make sure that the heavier or the thicker part of the ribs is at the bottom and the thinner part is at the top. And you can just go down maybe 1 or 2 ribs, stick your hook in there just like that. That's how we're going to hang our rib in the barrel. So I'll go ahead and hook and rub the rest of these ribs, and then we'll take you to our next step, spacing them out and putting them in the barrel. Okay, so now we're ready to hang our ribs in our barrel. We've got our barrel lit and ready to go. Here's how we'll do it. We've got our 3 rods going through the barrel, and we've got about 10 racks that we're going to hang. So we've got 1 short rod, 1 short rod, and 1 long rod. So I'll put 3 hooks on this rod, 3 hooks on this rod, and 4 on the middle. Very carefully, we'll lower them in there. Then we'll put our lid on and leave them in for the designated amount of time. Now with about 10 pounds of ribs, it's about 2.5 hours. If we were going to go up to 15 pounds of ribs or 15 hooks, which is the maximum, we go about 2 hours and 45 minutes. We put our lid on. Always remember, there's no peeking. We'll come back and show you how they look when we're pulling them out. But simply all I'll do is I'll take got them all in, and now we're ready to go. Okay, so we've come to the end of our cooking time. We want to pull our lid off and pull our ribs out. Best to use a good set of gloves so you don't get burnt in doing this. So simply what we'll do is we'll pull my lid off. I'll hang it here on the side of the grill. I'll go ahead and grab the hook, grab it firm. You don't want to drop your ribs inside. Put my ribs into my pan, pull my hook out, and just set it in the bowl. Or what we can do is we could take our lifting hook, grab a set of ribs, just carefully pull them out. Again, set them into my pan, pull my hook out. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull the rest of these ribs out, and then we'll get them ready to get them sauced and into the barbecue. Alright, so now we're going to do a quick modification on our grill so we can put a grill grate up on top and we can sauce our ribs and then put them on that grill grate. So what I'll do is I'll reach in, I'll hook my disc, and I'll carefully pull it out. Set it down. What I'll do is I'll then put my riser in. Set my riser inside the middle of the grill, grab my disc again, carefully set it right on that riser. Now I'll go ahead and stoke my coals a little bit to get that heat nice. And then what I'll do is I'll put a couple of my rods through. And then I'll put my grill grate on top. And now we'll show you how we sauce them, how they look, and then we'll just throw them on the grill and they'll be ready to serve. All right, so we've got our grill modified, we've got our ribs out and they're rested. So what we're gonna do is we'll slice into them, show you how they look, then I'm gonna sauce them and put them on the grill and they'll be ready to serve. So let's pick out a rack here. I'm gonna pick out this thick rack. Those are gonna probably actually look like small pork chops when I cut into them. But we'll go ahead and, oh my gosh, that knife went through that. No problem. Look at that little chunky monkey. You can see that meat's just falling apart. Those look really nice, real tender. What I'll do is I'll put them in the sauce, get them really saucy, because my little girls, they love them saucy. Then we'll go ahead and put them on our modified grill to get that sauce caramelized on there a little bit. You can see those. See how that works? Now, let those sit for a few minutes, pull them off, and they're ready to serve. I'm sorry you can't be with us here today to enjoy them, but as soon as you get your Hook and Cook barrel barbecuing and follow these simple steps, you'll be enjoying some pork ribs of your very own. Okay, so we've got all of our stuff done. And on the grill, we're gonna pull them off. One thing that I like about using the Hook and Cook barrel barbecue is you're not supposed to char your food. And doing ribs this way, slow cooking them and hanging them in the barrel, you notice that nothing was really charred and really tender. Everything came out real tender. I don't know if I'll be able to hold this bowl and put all these ribs in, but you're gonna get a pretty good look at a pretty good feast. Remember, to help us out, if you can watch our videos, click on our ads, give us thumbs up, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updated on all our new videos that we're putting together. Special thanks to all my helpers, and sorry you won't be here to enjoy our feast.